2007 when Facebook got introduced, or 2006, sorry, 2007, once Facebook started being open for everybody. That's when we started realizing that Facebook is much better at, coordinating events and organizing stuff. So the blogs lost that function. And then once Twitter showed up, it became, we first started to find out who of our friends was getting arrested. Because at the time Twitter we didn't have smartphones. The Wi-Fi was not really that rampant. So you had to use SMSs to tweet. And yeah, the good old days. And now, we realize that this is a fantastic way to let people know what's happening when it happens, and it's a good way to let people know if you're getting arrested. And that's when kind of the blogs lost their lackluster for went lackluster for a few years. But now they're very useful again, because as much as you can use Facebook to organize things, as much as you can use Twitter to let people know what's happening instantly, or provide them, with your latest brain fart or whatever, and even express your opinion. People need analysis. People need content. That's why blogs are necessary again, because where else are you going to get analysis? So it's interesting because being in the game for 6 years, a lot of people consider you like a veteran activist, which is impossible for me to comprehend. I meet lots of activists who are like 20 and 22 and whatever, and they're like new, and and they look at you as the experienced veteran. And it's very strange to think that I've spent, 6 years of my life now, 7 years almost, being an activist. The blogs were basically a place to go and find new content and new information, new fun things and analysis. It was a fantastic way to also meet people, because you didn't have social networks, and everybody thought they were like screaming in the wilderness, on their website, and more and more people started coming out. They're like, hey, someone thinks like me, we should be friends, stuff like that. So it was a good, thing socially, I guess. It made people find each other. But 2007, that was the end of it. That's when we moved towards the 300,000 blogs in Egypt category. And that's when you just did not know who was where, doing what. That's mainly like where the Asian blogosphere started. After that, there were people who were mainly Facebook people who just write notes on Facebook. And Facebook made it a lot easier for people to get audiences because let's say you start a blog and you want to get some traffic for it. So you start sending out the links to your friends and harassing them in emails and be like, read this, read this, read this. And then your friends have to open the email and not ignore you, and then press on the link, and it opens another link, and then they have to read. Facebook, on the other hand, just took that link and just put it up there, and like you could read it on your wall, so you didn't have to go anywhere. It's all here, happy and safe, it's out. So it made it a lot easier for people to actually get lots of exposure, and others.